versus Uther.
I will fight with honor.
You face Mecha-Jaraxxus!
Probably just keep all of this first paladin. Pretty excited to be playing against a paladin. Most of my removals really good. Most of my taunts are really good. Most of my cards in general are just really good. Versus paladin. And we already have one of the 7 AoEs in the deck, so I'm pretty happy with that. What am I drinking? I'm drinking coffee. To try and, you know, get the motor going. Am I playing cube lock? Kinda. Except it's without the cubes. No dice.
Reporting for duty.
Out of my jungle!
So it's control lock with the Nosferatu Zola Nosferatu finisher. That combination's sweet. So I just try and survive, remove all my opponent's minions, then go Nosferatu, Nosferatu, Zola, Nosferatu, Nosferatu. Just Mildred. Triple mill.
Reporting for duty.
So sometimes you get the Shutter Walk. And most of the time you don't. So he's got the coin. So let's not deal with the level up today. Needs more Brewmaster. You say that. And then you try and play Brewmaster.
Reporting for duty.
And then you freaking die.
Reporting for duty.
What we do, go away!
Level up's not that bad for me here. Sorry to use both Lost in the Jungles. What is this one drop he's prioritizing getting out?
A mistake.
Oh. Hey. Loma. Needs to make it to turn 9. Play their mana guy on turn 9. All they have is Ripper, because they're cutting Ripper. I mean, they're cutting Spellbreaker to add Ripper. So we're abusing that fact to try and climb the ranks. You can Rippy Flippy, and then the Void will eat you.
The light dims, but we fight.
Yeah, this is just splendid. It's a good card for him to have. We need to get that board online. I guess we could die to like Leroy Blessing of Might, which isn't super unrealistic. So I think I want to just maximize the amount of health I have going into my Void Lord turn, in case he does run an Owl. And I play this, and then Hopefully that's just enough to stop him.
Out of my jungle.
He might have a Tarim. That's scary.
Out of my
This one might have a Tarim. The first one obviously doesn't have a Tarim because the first one had a thumbnail defender. Turtles and turtles. Just come out of his shell.
Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty.
Alright, we need to find our Phantom Militia, or our Hellfire, or Defile, or Twisting Nether, or Lord Godfrey, or Blood Reaver Gul'dan, or other Void Lord. So every card in our deck except Siphon Soul, or Spellbreaker, or Zola, or Nosferatu. We got 3 misses and 13 hits for top decks. So I think those are good odds.
Reporting for duty.
What about Cow?
Reporting for duty.
We hit. Nice. Oh, that would have been a bad draw for him. Unlucky.
I will silence this.
Awkward.
The light protects me.
Oh, problem solved. At any point in the game, if we draw Gul'dan, we'll win on the spot.
Reporting for duty.
Oh, top decked again. Nah, double taunt I think is... I want to open up double taunts first. Okay, we can play these with the tap. I wasn't gonna Godfrey here.
I will enjoy watching you
Oh, I
die.
lost the mana crystal. We're actually starting to get to a point where we could top deck something not good, but we already have a play lined up. So what's good? Defile, Phantom Militia, Hellfire, Spellstone, Twisting Nether, Gul'dan. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 good draws. 7 out of 5, or 7 out of 12. 2 chances. Card's so good. Super underrated card. So I'm gonna die no matter what we do.
This will be a massive.
This card is so sick. So underrated. This card needs to go in more decks than it's in right now. It's so many stats, it's so flexible. Just control decks. If you play a control deck, just think, can I play Phantom Militia in this? The answer is usually yes. It's so good. Just look at this. It's like a Void Lord.
Reporting for duty.
Reality breaks.
Alright. He's just 1 might already. So you can't get Leroy like crazy blessing a mighted. So it's probably better not even play the he's just it's probably better. You don't get hit with like Bind Cleaver into Leroy blessing a might stuff. And then we get the ooze, but sets up lethal, puts taunts in the way.
The victory is yours.
Guys does remove the might. What if he's got Leroy Faceless? Oh, it's just so good. It requires 3 attacks to trade into. It's just, it does a lot for the cost of a card. Which is a valuable thing. Which is why that new 5 cost card is going to be broken as hell.
Mecha
There's the new 5-cost card. It's a 2/1 that summons 2 Annoyatrons. It's gonna be so good. Because requiring your opponent to take so many attacks to progress their board state is very powerful. That's why Phantom Militia is good, that's why Void Lord's good, that's why Sludge Belcher was good. The new 5-cost card's gonna be good. What's my goal today? My goal is top 100 today. I got top 100 last night off stream, but I was like waiting for a few friends to finish work, and we were all starting a new game together. Because we played Path of Exile together, and we beat Uber Elders. Then we just said, you know what, that's probably, we were dicking around for a while after that, but kind of called it quits on that game. A little burned out, maybe revisit it later on in the season. But what was the game we were playing called? It's actually pretty cool. It was Secrets of Grindia. It's pretty dank. So I was kind of laddering while I was waiting for them to finish their, you know, normal people jumps. And hit top 100, but then fell out this morning when I was waking up. I had this spellstone I want above. Trade that in for swine. You made the wrong choice. Well, that's your opinion. I like my choice. Maybe you just gotta stop being so picky, man. My instinct is to not care about tempo, but it might be wrong. My instinct is to just let it be. We have Twisting Nether and Godfrey, so the defensive tools that we have make me think it's not so important to fight for the board. Trying to squeeze in some taps here, so I gave up playing a 4/4 to get an extra tap. We're the control. We don't win the tempo ever. That is a card that we want to draw in this matchup. Holy balls. Woo! He's got 4 cards left. Oh. Oh, yeah. Taunt Druid, though. We're gonna need multiple Godfreys this game, probably.
Only a fool rejects the Lich King.
Void Lords to shut down the wall of taunts that will then hit me in the face with branching paths. So we need to get through our entire deck really quickly to get there. Jeez.
shall not save.
Could have like twisting nether there, I guess.
Go away.
Need Ghoul Man. I don't know if that silence is good.
Darkness rises.
Maybe you're supposed to save silence for a cube.
Go away. You're so sweet.
Computing.
For the scourge.
Where is Ghoul Man?
Warriors of the frozen wastes, rise.
I don't think we need anything else, right? I just need hope he doesn't have like second cube to repopulate right now. And then maybe I can squeeze out second Void Lord. No second cube. Alright. Mega Mickle just subscribed to the Tier 1 sub for 8 months in a row. Welcome back to Cave Team Thing, man. Appreciate the support. He says, thank you for consistently entertaining contents in your back. No problem, dude. Appreciate the support. Chrono Cobalt just resubscribed for 14 months in a row. Welcome back to Cave Team Thing, man. Appreciate the support. He says, time sure flies. He says flies like flies as in flies because there are flies flying around my head. Probably. Welcome back to that Cave Team thing, man. Appreciate the support. And the straight 8D just used 100 bits and says, hey, Firebatians are pretty nice. Sweet. I don't even know what that means.
Must
We're in heaps of trouble.
a bond forged in blood and shadow.
Yeah, I mean, he had Brocart, and then he had both cubes in time. I mean, we gave him a lot of time to get to both cubes, but that's because the whole game was a scramble because of the Brocart. He still has both copies of Branching Paths, too. His deck just went off really clean. Good. It's the least useful card. Ah, that's the most useful card. He's gonna get Void Lords now. Want to see what Godfrey does?
So many bloody decisions.
Let's see if Godfrey does anything. We're gonna set up the 2 and then take the guy with the highest health down a little bit in range and see if maybe that solves our problems. I'm not sure exactly what's gonna happen at the end of this. I did not map all this out, but I'm hoping it clears the board. Godfrey's pretty good. It got close. It's 24 damage. Or 30 damage, I guess. Still on the board.
You win for now.
I literally took out Tankmaster recently. Because Tankmaster is really bad, but it's in there for just that matchup. Straight 8D used the 62 bits and says also last bit. Just to say you're handsome, Swift Rage 62. Aw, thanks, dude. Also, another 100 bits from Straight 8D. It says, it means Firebat has followers, which are pretty nice.
You face
I've heard from the last bit donation thing, Franker Z100. Well, apparently your bit donations are making Straight 8 hard. Untethered Wolf just resubscribed for 4 months in a row. Welcome back to my Cave Team thing, man. Appreciate the support. He says, hello, Firebat. Every month I ask for a story, never get it. This month I humbly ask if you could have a story next month. Alright, I'll try and do something exciting and interesting and then talk about it. Most of my stories are me complaining about products. I don't know. It turns out in real life, I guess I'm kind of a complainer. Gorildus has I tell a lot of stories, man. You must just miss them. I think it's hard to tell a story on demand, though. It's more something that, like, something you hear reminds you of something, and then it triggers something, which then brings the thing up, and then you say it. I don't know, it's so hard to do stories just to be like, say something interesting, and you're like, don't hurt me, you know? Like, unwinnable matchups. Gorillidus is resubscribed for 3 months. What do you call an angry bunch of cleaning ladies? Hum up. Like instead of a mob, a mop. So if he plays this matchup correctly, we should lose. I have won this matchup before, though, which is kind of interesting. But Yeah, it's the problem playing on stream, right? Sometimes you just get counter-queued by things that don't really exist in the metagame, like Quest Rogue. I believe it's important to remove our opponent's 3-2 here because he has the ability to bounce it and be super annoying and draw a lot of cards. I don't want him to draw cards. I want to slow down his game plan so we can make it to our later mana turns. Straight 8 used 100 bits and says, "Tell the moose story." I don't even know what the moose story is. I have a story about moose? Like the food or the animal?
Drink with me, friend.
No, I actually have no idea what he's talking about.
You're so sweet.
Gnome is pretty good to have on the field for when Vanish come around. I've never even seen a moose. Like, actually I probably have, in the zoo. Are there mooses in the zoo? I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen a moose in my entire life.
There once was a man from Gilbert.
I live really close to Canada. Brother Bear, there's moose in Canada. They're Cheech and Chong.
Our witch shall never end. Our witch shall never end.
I want to get rid of the ones I don't want to bounce. Which is all of them, but those two more. And this way, if he vanishes, since the Gnome died, we don't mill a card, which is kind of gnarly.
Think. Come, try your luck. Swiftly.
You know, you could have just completed the quest with the deckhand. The Shadowstone.
Out of my jungle!
Don't tell him how to go infinite. There's a trick in this matchup to make you never lose as the rogue. Don't tell it to him.
Come, try your luck.
How come no deck list? I figure if I'm gonna get Q sniped, I might as well not tell him every card in my deck. At least give it a little bit of a chance. Is Quest Rogue back? No. People only play Quest Rogue to queue into favorables against streamers. Lol. Now Quest Rogue is kind of back. There's a few players that play it.
Swiftly.
You see Killing All Day with some Quest Rogue occasionally. Justine, a girl streamer, plays Quest Rogue at like top 100 legend.
Go away!
I'll show you how to play Quest Rogue at rank 12,000. Easy. I'm so bad at that deck. It's definitely a deck that takes a bit of practice because it's so unnatural compared to the other decks in the game. I have learned a little bit about it though because I've had to play against it in matchups where I can technically never win. And so when you're playing in a matchup where you're supposed to win 0% of the time, you have to kind of think of what they can do, and I feel like maybe I could play Quest Rogue kind of okay, actually. It seems like a fun deck, but the issue with queuing up Quest Rogue is I'll verse Odd Rogue like 75 times in a row. Start crying. Four Void Lords. Versus two Saps. Hopefully not. They're just gonna die. Vanish and punch us for 4s over and over again. We can do this, man. I don't think Despicable Dreadlord would help.
Think.
We need Gold Man if we want to win. And we need our opponents to play poorly. Those are the two factors that really help. Or we need them not to play the Death Knight. That could help as well. The Death Knight is one of the ways that they can create the infinite scenario. The infinite scenario is really hard to fatigue because it's infinite. Is Nether not a better choice? If I do Nether, one of the issues is they just get a Stone Test bore me in the face a lot. But I think not. Trying to minimize the amount of Stone Test bore and maximize the value of my Twisting Nether. Sap's already gone, so I can freely develop Void Lords into pretty polluted boards, as long as I'm unlikely to get hit by Mr. Stone's one. Losing both of these disables the infinite combo.
Think. I wonder.
The infinite combo is when you're in the Death Knight mode, so Valera mode. You play one of these suckers, rush it into something, or well, I guess, then you Zola it, and then you Zola the Zola, and then rush it into something, and you just do that every single turn. So every single turn you're gaining 4 life and playing 12/12 worth of stats, and then that offsets your fatigue for a really long time, so you get kind of pretty close to infinite. Potentially doing that with Sonya as well. Sonya's already been expended. I don't want to go down to 12 from the Librarian, because then I could die to Banish Triple Charger. Right now, he needs Banish Quadruple Charger, which is harder to pull off. There we go, we can start healing out now. I don't want to put damage on my Void Lord because I don't want him to be able to pop it before the Vanish, so I just want to chill out. Only one Void Lord? It's supposed to get 2. I'm not very good. Now we can start using our Twisting Nethers, because we'll Twisting Nether and heal at the same time, so we can get outside the range of the Charger Burst. My opponent has 2 Vanishes, so they can use these Vanishes to gain ridiculous amounts of burst damage. 2 Vanishes, 2 Boars, and a Deckhand. And still the Death Knight, which the Death Knight's going to be really tough to beat. I'm still in a super unfavored position at this point, until I can get some of those resources out of the way.
I wonder.
You're always playing the DK now? The standard net decks have the DK.
Quickly.
My assumption when I see Quest Rogue, I've only ever played against Quest Rogue while playing Control Warlock, actually. So my kind of assumption is that they're just net decking a Quest Rogue for the matchup.
Such a perfect specimen.
Generated an additional Stone Test board this way. Well, one Vanish is gone, and that didn't feel too impactful, so I feel pretty good. Created a Stone Test board.
I hope you like my invention.
3 Stone Test boards in a deckhand now. No Shadow Steps, but he does have the prep, so he can go prep Vanish and all the Chargers. Prep Vanish with 4 Chargers is 17 damage. The damage in this deck got chopped down a lot, huh? And then he can prep Vanish is 3 mana, 4 Chargers, 4 mana. He can't Zola out the last Charger. He can Youthful the last Charger, so he can do 21 damage burst. So I need to heal to 22. So I need a hero power.
I wonder.
Drink with me, friend.
Quickly.
Alright, he has to run into these taunts. Happy about that. Want to get another Void Lord online as soon as possible, so I want to start cloning that.
Perfect specimen.
I want to start removing his board. But I don't want to kill my own taunts because they're valuable at the moment. I want this to die in the Vanish. Just gaining me armor.
I must feed now.
You can kill the Void Lord and then vanish. I think I'm not dead to that though. I think I placed his burst range 21 or 22. So if that whole combo happens, we just twist another hero power and we're fine.
You cannot.
Now the burst range has gone up significantly. Now it's gone down. Well, it stayed the same, right? Now they've got... Why did they play the trashes without them? Two boars in a deckhand. If I find my ooze, I can remove his weapon, disabling the deckhand that's left.
My hunger grows.
We can't let these boars go back.
I'm almost out of cards.
He did get the Zolas, so he can do infinite Zola stuff. Which is probably going to be tough to beat.
Such a perfect specimen. Such a perfect
I probably shouldn't have told him that, Jim, huh?
Such a perfect specimen.
Earlier on in the game. I want to get his last card.
I must feed now.
This will be a massive
I'm out of cards.
But I'm pretty sure I never win. He's got no healing, so we can kind of burn him. That's our only hope. Fatigue will start ticking away. We have another Twisting Nether. And we have Tainted Zealot Hellfire. So they have 3 board clears, potentially a Void Lord stall. Maybe we can get there. Especially now he's got no Glacial Shard for defense. He's got no Taunt for defense. He did not save the Vicious Scalehide because I didn't tell him about that until after it died. So I think we're good, maybe. If he saves the Vicious Scalehide, this is impossible. But he let both of them die.
you soon.
So we can go prep, vanish, bore, deckhand. So you can only do 16. And then Zola, another one maybe, 20-ish. So we should be fine. Okay. And we need to draw.
Darkness rises. I must feed now.
If he runs 2 saps, we're gonna die, but 2 saps is not common. I don't put him on it. So prep vanish, hit me for 16 after this, after dealing 4, isn't enough. When they're playing defense with Stone Tusk Boars, that's how you know you got them. We're 4 away from death.
Must you soon.
So 1 charger away from death, but the board space keeps us in it.
Time slips by. Such a perfect specimen.
Give me a kiss.
Oop, missed lethal. Just watch him struggle for a bit and then kill him. Wait, did we just die? We just died. Miss lethal, give lethal. Sick. Nope, we won. He had 1 mana off. Miss lethal, give lethal. Miss lethal, give lethal. Yeah, we skewed into Shadowrock Shaman. So this is another unwinnable matchup. We won the last unwinnable matchup. So the way we win this matchup most of the time is just trying to find Gnome Feratu and then playing it with Zola. But yeah, we should lose again. Even though we won last time. Well, we kind of won last time. We won, but then conceded. We just want to squeeze in taps. We want to try and find our way towards... Probably shouldn't kill that totem, actually. Probably don't kill that totem either. We want to clutter his hand. Jared's trying to power cycle. Tap every single turn of the game to try and get those Nosferatus. You think I threw the last game on purpose or accident? Three, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We can get 16 health on board this way.
Only a
I guess you can always trade it off.
the Lich King.
He's gonna volcano away his own Manitoids.
Truth is found in death.
And that's for Nosferatus. I want to play this one so that we can tap more.
Which shall never end.
For the Scourge.
How long can this go on? How long can this go on?
Man, the Nosferatus are buried.
I should eat you.
I don't have any hand size issues, so I think I can get away with playing the stone hill this time. Rin takes too long, so I want to get something that's easier to dump, like Silverback Patriarch.
I awake once more.
If we don't kill that, he gets Zola it. It's a risk we're willing to take. Well, me. Didn't really talk to you guys much about it. Both Nosferatu's bottom 12. We're getting closer though, I can feel it. They're right there. He might be able to connect this for 7 with Storms. I don't think that matters much. All matters if we mill the Shadow Walk or not. That's the whole game. So we're like 5% to win. That's our odds, like milling the Shadow Walk. If you don't mill the Shadow Walk, it's almost guaranteed to go up because he's gonna get 2 Grumbles too.
Computing.
Yeah, see if we can get a tap in here.
Out of my jungle.
Rin really wants me to pick it. See, lineage went Sanger. You tilted. No. Maybe you're sitting sideways. Healing Rain plays around my Godfrey really well. I don't think he did it on purpose. Still both of them bottom 9, huh? Can we squeeze in a tap somehow? Let's try and squeeze in the tap like this, huh? Throw this guy down, maybe. Stegadon and tap. You could connect the 7, but again, we don't care. Like, he can connect it with Hex. But it's all gonna come down to do we mill the Shadow Walk, and it's looking like he's gonna find his whole deck before we find one of our 2 of Nosferatus. I've tapped every single turn this game, so I've maximized my odds, and that's the best you can do. You kind of at the mercy of their deck. But we won the, well, we kind of won the last 100% guaranteed to lose matchup. So I'm feeling good. I feel like we can maybe achieve the same here. But we've missed all the key cards. Nosferatu and Gul'dan. But if he doesn't have Shudder yet, which it seems like he doesn't, because he could have just played it and won the game. I don't know why he didn't grumble his grumble. Then he may not be able to get it in time. So let's see what we can do. We finally found it. Let's hit that Shadow Wall. Nope. Nah, we'd probably lose. We maybe have 2 more, but...
I wonder. Your little flashlings. I wake once more.
We're gonna die to a lot of stuff. Siphon, Twisting, Spellstone, all on the tap.
Destroy.
Trade double Hellfire, stay alive at 1. Play Nosferatu. Die to Lightning Bolt. Lightning Bolt or Life Drinker would kill me at that point. We could play... So I think we have to kind of go for the tap.
Give me a key.
We could delay our combo. That means he could draw Shadow Walk, which means we could lose. Don't draw Shadow Walk. If he doesn't draw Shadow Walk, we got 50% to mill it. Not bad. Oh, he drew it. He had it the whole time. We were never going to win the game.
But your world is still doomed!
So yeah, we can't actually win that matchup almost ever. I won it one time because my opponent misplayed really hard, but it's another matchup you only win if your opponent misplays, if you're playing this stack. It's unfortunate that almost every game we've queued so far on stream has been a matchup that we can only win if our opponent misplays. So that's why a lot of people don't tend to stream really wonky control decks, is because they have those matchups and people hit you with them. If I play Void Ripper instead of Echo Talk Guy, I will still lose 100% of the time to Shadow Walk. But I do like Void Ripper in the deck. I think it's pretty good. But I also like the Taunt Guy. Death Rattle Hunter is an unfavored matchup for all control decks and is super favored matchup for any aggro deck. It's just got really good mid-game potential. You shut them down by finding silence, stopping their early eggs and stuff like that. And then trying to set up boards where you can deal with if they go cube packed. Is also finding the Skulking Geist is super important. If we can find the Skulking Geist, we can actually shut down his play dead combos. And that's huge. So the key is finding Skulking Geist. In this matchup, I'm full mulligan for Spellbreaker and Skulking Geist. Say I'm 30% to win. Which is a lot better than 0%, which we've been having in the previous games. I like Phantom Militia though. Like, I do love the offensive potential of Voidlord to potentially race people, but even then, it's still too slow against Shudderwalk Shaman. But it's kind of nifty in like this matchup and against Druid. But I think Phantom Militia is just more well-rounded at helping me not die, which is my main goal in most matchups, is just not die. But we're heading in the right direction. We were at 0%ers before, now we're at 30%ers. So, you know, it can only go up, right? The goal is to make it to top 100 legend. It's not supposed to be easy.
You're so sweet.
Ho ho! Sometimes it is. Look at that. A turtle just subscribed. Dog the Back Cave Team Thing, man. Appreciate the support. Flare King 99 used 2 bits and said Moose or Riot. I don't know anything about mooses, man. Saku HFX used 100 bits and said seems good. 100. Black XXXXX Light used 5 bits and said Moose or Riot. I don't know what the moose is, guys. I can't help you. It's a combo deck, so there are some key cards that you can remove from his combos, so pretty excited about that potential. Saku1 just subscribed by the Back Cave Team Thing, man. Appreciate the support. Captain 8D just subscribed by the Back Cave Team Thing, man. Appreciate the support. And Finals Funk Elingo just subscribed by the Back Cave Team Thing, man. Your support is appreciated.
You're so sweet.
Nice. Combo pieces removed. I think I will bug this. Want to kill that? Kept 2 cards, could be cube impact. Just cube pack that and we're dead. I want that today. Is it that bad if he does that?
Computing.
Yeah, it is. Ah, this is expensive. I think it's important, though. I think it's important. I'm not gonna do the coin tap. I like the coin nether, coin godfrey kind of stuff. We need him not to have powerful swings until I get my Voidlord army in play. We don't have a lot of taps to get to our Voidlord army. That's why it's a bad matchup. So we have to do stuff like this to prevent his cube plays. I also need to find this Geist. If I find Geist, I'm under a lot less pressure. I don't have to remove every mid-game minion. Shit. He's gonna cube it. But we're gonna have coin for Nether, hopefully, after he cubes it, and maybe we can silence it into... These aren't super punchy unless he has the Void Ripper alongside them. Ooh, 1 card off. Cool. Just chilling. Next up is Katrina. It's gonna hurt. Katrina's really good. Why do you keep... He kept running this use against me. One high main's gone. He doesn't have a high main in his hand. Katrina's pulling a high main. What am I doing against a high main?
Destroy.
Currently, I'm gonna die. I'm open to other plans, though. Draw last low. Void Lord army. Void Lord stops pretty much all of his damage. Sometimes they don't even run Spellbreakers because they only run the Ripper now. Do I know anybody from Maine? No. When I was a baby, I grew up in Maine. I don't remember any of it because I was a baby. But my dad was on a work trip when I was born. And we were in like that area. There was a bad ice storm, I guess, and the hospitals were all getting closed down. And then we had to drive down to like the southern end of Maine, because we were near the northern end of Maine, to find a hospital where I could get born or whatever. Apparently it was a struggle. My parents tell me that story a lot. It's a pain in the ass. 9, 10, 11, 12. We're probably not dead if he has silence. Yeah, we are. Because we can't play the next one, right? Hits me for 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then he just hero powers me. You could go triple Phantom Militia into Void Lord. I say we just concede to silence. He's got silence, he's got silence. Probably doesn't have silence, though, so let's go Void Lord into Void Lord to try and win the game. Big boy plays. That was a pain in the ass since before I was born. That's what my parents say. In good humor.
Your magic shall not save you.
2 alphas are great. Sheet. That's what we wanted not to happen.
Out of my jungle.
We're gonna need a healing card. Conveniently, your deck runs lots of healing cards. Unconveniently, we don't have any of them. Void Lord wants to take maximum amount of damage so I can suicide it and revive it with Bowman. Flanking strike number 2. Hunter's Mark killed me. Nice. Yeah, that was the risk of the Void Lord, right? It's a 30% matchup. I feel like taking the risk. Maybe should we play a different deck? I can't really stream this deck. Off stream, I hit top 100 with this. On stream, I have versed only matchups where the best matchup I had was 30% chance to win. So maybe the meta's shifted, or maybe this is more of an off-stream deck. I'm kind of versing some what I would consider kind of off-meta decks right now. Really weird things. So in order to beat those things up, all of the decks I've played have a 0% win rate against Odd Rogue. So I think I'm going to play some Odd Rogue. Try and do that. Odd Rogue is not my favorite deck to play, though. I really don't like it that much. I really usually like aggro decks, but this one's maybe too all-in. That's what the meta calls for. You gotta go under. Why didn't I triple Militia? I was a little bit afraid of board development. Triple Militia is not strong against board development stuff because he just to value trade all of them, and I have no convenient low cost AoE to punish the board development and value trades.
Valera versus
All right, we got a 40% matchup
Forest
against
fights
Druid,
back.
so it's slightly unfavored, not as bad. We're going up though. We went from 0%, 0% to 30% to 40%. So we're raising the bar. One drops are usually pretty weak against Druid. Vile Spine's okay. Usually you want like 1/1 drop. It's better if you're able to pair it with Cold Blood though. It's not that bad to not have a 1-drop against Druid. They're generally, their early turns are hero powering down your 1-drop. So not having it, oh no, you miss like 2 damage for the opportunity to get Henge Clan Thug and such, so. They're really good if you pair them with Cold Blood though, that's when they take off. But they just don't accomplish a lot against what Druid wants to be doing.
None will survive. Fire festival.
Why is Blade Ripper so powerful? Oh, why is Blade Ripper so popular? Because it's powerful. It's reasonable to hold the dagger here. Deadly SI is how I want to answer coin 3/6 taunt.
So many options.
Yeah, it's better than making like a 3/5. What's the Void Ripper meant to combo with? Your opponent's taunts.
This guy's toast. You cannot run.
Here we go.
Yeah, coin spreading plague is still just good. Maybe I shouldn't play the deckhand. At 14 damage. Pretty close to killing him.
Now how
Are there any good
about-
tutorials? I don't think so. I think a lot of it, just learning to play the game would be investing a lot of time. Streams, YouTube videos. There's Trump Teaches, right? Is that still a thing? Trump Teaches was a thing for a while. That was kind of a nifty way to learn the game.
You cannot run.
Vile Spine a 1/5. Probably would rather just play my own Malfurion, right? And I want to have a fresh dagger for my Malfurion so I can get it up to 5.
This guy's toast.
Here we go.
Just Malfurion poison this fool.
What if?
I think there's some Hearthstone communities that are pretty active and good starting places for playing the game. Best way to get good at anything is to learn it with other people.
The circle of life is over.
Get some amigos that are also passionate about the game. Makes things a lot more enjoyable in my experience.
The circle of life is over. Staggering lights out. Light and rot.
Competitive HS subreddit and Discord. One of the ways that I got into Hearthstone was there's this guy named Purple, and he posted on Reddit, hit #1 legend with Pirate Warrior. And this was back before Pirate Warrior was a thing and nobody played Pirate Warrior. And he said, offering free Hearthstone coaching with my buddy Frozen. And it was Purple Drank and Frozen, and they just gave free coaching to people. And I signed up for that. And I hung out with Frozen and Purple, and got #1 legend with Face Warrior with them. And it's pretty cool.
Death is eternal. My turn is not.
Pay attention, class.
He's a token druid this whole time.
I'm ready to learn.
Is he dead? 5. Vilespine that we got 5, 6, 7. Wait, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 is not 18.
A tangled web.
Quick math. I don't want to lose the charge in the deckhand, but I do want to deploy the bigger minions.
My thoughts are plagued.
I guess I don't have to swing, right?
Death is eternal. My turn is not.
Oh, and I swing? Because I can't re-dagger. I am a druid. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I'm a Leroy away from lethal, so I guess we're going to value trade and play Baku.
Hold it!
My turn is not.
If he doesn't armor, Cold Blood's lethal. Missed hero power 2 times. I don't want to miss it again. I felt like the 1-1 was super relevant to protect my 3-1 on this board. Missed 0 hero powers. Because even if I had swung last turn, I couldn't hero power this turn to be able to swing because I had to play Baku. So although I didn't hero power, I didn't miss any hero powers. There's the difference.
Blight and rot.
Does appear we're probably going to get out value. Man's got armor. It's about to get 5 more. It's going to go up to 24. We're going to have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22. So if we play the deckhand and he ultimate infestations, it opens up what as an out? How much is he going to? He's at 19, not 18. He's going to 24. Yeah. So 24, and we have 10, 16, 17, 18, 19. So if we play the deckhand, we can kill him with the Cold Blood. Or the Fungly Bungly. So that opens up 3 outs at the ultimates for lethal. So now we have 4 outs, because we still retain the Leroy out, obviously. So we have 4 out of 17 for lethal against ultimate infestation, which is about the best we can do. Attack face, use spell and minion, opening up 0 additional outs.
My thoughts.
Yeah, I kind of like saving it. If it opened additional outs, sure, but I don't think it does.
Masterful.
Captain Morgan, 92, just subscribed. Welcome back, Cave Team Thing, man. Appreciate the support.
You win. I can rest now.
That match was kind of a resource war, so I don't want to waste any resources unless it's setting up an out. I didn't count the Hench Clan damage because I assumed the Hench Clan was getting ultimate infestation because that's the best ultimate infestation target.
Valera versus Anduin.
Because the things that happened next that game were he spreading plague and won, or he had the ultimate, or he died. Those are like the 3 outcomes. And he didn't have spreading plague or ultimate, so he died. And we were just trying to set up against what we could beat. We can't beat plague there, so we set up to try and have a chance against ultimate, maximizing our outs. Flippy rippy.
None will
But the mole is pretty sweet. 1 mana 3/1s are kind of dank. Seems fine.
Too soon.
Inner Fire Priest. What's played in Inner Fire Priest? They run silences and stuff. We need to kind of try and save Flippy Rippy for taking care of the 09 if he's running that variant.
Pain, speak to me.
You are the shadows.
Shadow Ascendant. Kind of signals his build, right? A little bit more. It's not a standard card in most decks. Shadow Ascendant is often played alongside Unidentified Elixir in the Dragon package. Whoa. Okay. Dragon package and Unidentified Elixir are cards he could be playing. So that means Rippy can be more liberally used. Currently we're worried about Dustbreaker and charge damage.
Too soon.
So, trying to protect my board. Make it harder for him to use Wild Pyromancer to kill this.
I must consider.
Okay. I didn't expect that in his deck after I saw the Shadow Ascendant. According to HS replay data, in the last 3 days, no one's played. He's doing his own homebrew thing. It's off meta. It caught me by surprise. Arg.
Not too quickly.
Baited me into the Rippy Flippy and then immediately played Unpowered Steambot. Ah, I got so wrecked. It's down an Inner Fire.
I wonder.
It should be a favored matchup for us, but it's been going poorly so far. Especially these guys with Dustbreaker too. How can I circle? He's really going off meta. He's going deep. Being unable to heal his minions is pretty good for us.
They all bend to my command.
It's looking like we might be able to exhaust his deck. Depends on if we get a high value from Blink Fox, I guess. Bum, bum.
Not too quickly.
I like Inner Fire Priest. We faced a lot of heavy control today, where Inner Fire Priest would be able to body him. Makes sense, he's doing well.
I wonder.
Who goes there?
Here we go.
That's awkward for a minute. Spines win games. We're not so desperate, right?
Who goes there?
This guy's toast.
Here we
I think it's important to have it for. Heal Divine Spirit number 2, Inner Fire number 2. 16 cards in deck, no Shadow Visions in hand. Does he get there?
Rest here. Do you like to play with fire?
Here we go.
If I don't damage that, it's got 12 health, so he hits me for 15 only. So we're okay. He needs another health buff. Interfire doesn't quite kill me. 1 health is enough to win this game.
Lights out.
How do I feel about Blink Fox? I still think Blink Fox is pretty meh. I think after rotation, it's one of the cards on the chopping block. I think all of the 5-drops except Fungalmancer are pretty meh in this deck. And I think only Dire Maul and Firefly and Deckhand feel good on 1, so the Argent Squire is pretty garbage. And the 1-drop needs to be in there. Not thrilled about Vicious Fledgling. I think about half the deck is really good and half the deck is pretty just okay cards that kind of just fill in some of the gaps for now. I think this deck will get a lot of power as the card pool expands. Because it has, of all the decks in the game that are probably tier 1 right now, this one has the most weak card slots. But its power curve is so powerful.
Awaken, my children.
Here we go.
Hey, lights out.
So this is the guy that invented Heal Zoo, right? Our opponent. And he's doing some off-meta shenanigans trying to invent a new Silence Priest. This guy's a creator.
Be gone!
The light.
This one lives through stuff.
Here we
I think we probably just start checking the bar. We don't really want to use it to trade very much, so chucking it at his nuts seems like a good idea. Silhey made this deck. Like a lot of people have contributed to different variants of Silence Priest. This one is very off meta and weird. Most people don't run Squashling or Alkanai or Steambot plus Shadow Ascendant's pretty rare. Looks like we're gonna die. We're getting squashed right now. I did not expect this. Should have played the mole to set up for Squashling, but I had no idea that Squashling would come. I was kind of trying to save the mole so I could Vilespine something.
I fight.
Dead to like
We go.
Power Word Shield, Inner Fire, and a Squashling. Dead to whenever he draws his second Alkanai, he can just heal my face and kill me if he... I'm still gonna save this for the 2 Vilespines. Got 2. I've been working a little while to perfect Odd Beast Priest. Any thoughts? Why? Like, not why as in, like... But, like, the hero power is not good. Like, as odd, what are you doing with the hero power that's good? Most of the time you're at 30 and you're healing to 30. It's just... There's not enough ways to make the hero power do anything, so I don't understand the point of being odd. What benefit do you get out of the hero power? Squashling is sweet. Squashling and the 2/4 Echo guys are really good. I think Echo is super underrated as an ability right now. Not enough Echo cards are seeing play. There's some really good ones. Wow. That's crazy that he traded with that. If he goes face there, he sets up Aconite to kill me at some point in the game.
I fight. Here we go.
Alright, if he plays Squashling number 2... he doesn't have it yet, but if he top decks Squashling number 2, are we dead? He just play 5. So even if we had played this and top deck a way to do it, and we could... and then top deck a card plus Vilespind, and then we only take 2. So as long as we don't top deck Baku, we can activate the Vilespind. So it's okay. And this is better against second Squashling. If he plays 1, he might play 2. That's my logic. As long as we don't top deck Baku, we can combo the Vilespind. This is good. Now, as long as we don't top deck Baku, we can activate Vilespind. We're kind of setting ourselves up for failure at some point later on, huh?
Here we go.
10, 11, 12, 13. 2 turns away from lethal. If we played Vilespind first, we could have set up lethal that turn. Still a little bit afraid of maybe some removal. One out of 12 for that Baku. Smite. Interfire, okay. Both wild Pyromancers are gone. Both Steambots are gone. He's got Tark Reaper left though.
I must consider.
It's the final Interfire. We didn't top deck Baku.
Ha, this guy's toast.
Thumbs up.
Should be GG.
You have been.
You just need to draw Vilespind at some point during the game to win that matchup. Interfire Priest is pretty fun. Kinda wanna jam that now. Squashling is pretty dank. I don't know if we want to play 2, but it's super dank. You can do it with that Alkanite for that burst, the Squashling Alkanite kill you play. Right, or is it friendly characters? Oh, 2 sick bursts. I like it. Stone Hill just has to be good. I also want to play. Oh. Phantom Militia is sick, dude. I'm just so hyped about Phantom Militia right now. Is Unpowered Steambot even good? There's so many flippy rippies, dude. Man, if only Priest had Defile. Witchwood Grizzly to silence it. I have Silence. I don't need Master Spell. Master Spell costs 4. Silence costs 0. I think I have sufficient card draw. If I get like Wild Pyromancer combos off. Cleric, Acolyte, Wild Pyro, Circles. A lot of draw.
Anduin versus Thrall.
Hex and Silence might be tough to get through.
The light shall bring victory.
Powerful minions. Probably don't want to jam Cleric on one though. Eh, maybe. Probably want to save it for draw combos.
You are the shadow's puppet.
Two. So YOLO.
Out of my jungle.
He's probably not playing a card next turn. So this is gonna be a 3/6. So 5 mana 3/6 or 4 mana 2/6, but I want the 4 mana 2/6.
Do you like to
Yep,
play
that card.
with fire?
Far out.
Tortola, preserve us.
You know what I don't have that I probably need? I need that 4 mana fetch.
Let the pain speak to me.
Nice to meet you.
Ten spells? Could hit a circle and draw my whole deck.
Is someone injured?
Do you like to play with fire?
Could miss. Uh-oh. Went in. Not rewarded.
What to do? I wonder.
Maybe he disconnected. Hadn't touched anything in a while. I feel like he's peeing. Alright. Oh shoot, I should've did that first. Whoops. Messed up, man. I think it'll be okay though. It's not a big deal.
Right away.
Finally drew the circle. Not very good anymore.
How long can this go on? How long can this go on?
Such a perfect specimen.
Right away.
Not too quickly.
Embrace the void.
Job done. Dark spirits twist the trees, foul the lake, and curse this land.
Our vigil shall never end. Our vigil shall never end.
Alright. 32.
How long can this go on? How long can this go on? Let the pain speak to me.
No lethal.
I must consider.
to me.
Must choose quickly.
To arms. Out of my jungle.
How long can this go on? How long can
It's a lot of
this
chain
go
gangage.
on?
Behold the glory of a new sun!
Must choose quickly.
If I Sonic him, you can grumble him and replay him. I want to play one copy of Shadow Madness, I think. Shadow Madness gives me OTK potential with nothing on board. It'd be helpful in this matchup because he has to play minions that are all vulnerable to Shadow Madness to be able to complete his thing. So he has to play into it.
Do you like to play with fire?
He's not have Hex. He's gonna have a rough time. Oh, okay.
You are the Shadow's puppet.
Is someone injured?
Otherwise, second Volcano could be a bummer. Five mana, so we get 2 heals. This guy's getting squashed. There might be some more things we should change. I don't know how I feel about Shadow Ascendant, especially that the 09. Probably only like 4 hours. So many spells. We definitely can't YOLO go for the circle because it's super rare that we'll hit it with this many spells, like half our deck spells.
Anduin versus Arthas.
For Lordaeron!
The light shall bring victory.
Cool.
None will survive.
Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty.
Do you like to play with fire?
Job done.
Seems good enough. We lose to like Divine Shield Maul if we don't do that.
For duty.
Not a great spot against this, but we're not dead. So net positive.
Let the pain speak to me.
It's unfortunate.
Out of my jungle!
The old Lost in the Jungle Maul into double 0 mana corridor creeper start. Turn 4, 8, 9, but against a normal start this would probably be acceptable, but I don't know if it's good enough in this case where you just get 2/2/5s for 0. Got this as 2/2/4s later though. Might be able to make it. We're gonna need AoE.
Which path to choose?
Mushroom!
Wow. Followed up at the top deck, fungly bungly. That's tough. That is tough.
Truth is my shield.
he doesn't have Vine Cleaver, maybe we can outvalue him. Now we're versus an all aggro when we switch to an anti-control deck. Maybe it's shifted and we play Warlock again. Warlock wins 100% against Paladin. This deck's not very good against Paladin. So maybe it's time to switch back to Warlock.
Reporting for duty.
Embrace the void.
Man, that's rough. Almost made it to 9 where we could get the triple militia and then maybe.
Mecha Jaraxxus versus Malfurion.
I must protect.
Nice! We got Geist and Ooze, the two most important cards against Druid. The pressure the beetle doesn't accomplish a lot, so we want to get our taps in. All the beetle does is give him a good way to spend his 2 mana if he doesn't have wild growth.
Job done.
We gotta find our removal. We actually have no removal, which is really bad for a control deck. Control deck's tough to remove things with no removal. So now we get the beetle out. And then we have a maximum hand size for the largest percent chance to have removal, but our only removal spell is an 8 cost removal. Sometimes you just don't get there. We don't want to ooze that. Yet. We want to use it eventually, but not now.
Out of my jungle.
For hand size issues, I'm just taking Frostwolf Strength and dumping it. The other cards are pretty bad. I don't actually play Skull in my deck. And Skull is, I think, not so good in the metagame right now. So much weapon removal. And I'm not playing Doomguards or Cubes, so I don't benefit out Skull. Wow. Just stream snipes the list. Naturalize the 2-3. I don't really care, I guess. I mean, obviously, it's naturalizing the 2-3 does not help him a lot, so it's a super weak turn for him. Potentially mills something, but nothing useful. There's no reason to naturalize there. Like, even if you expect Geist, because I kept a card, so you expect Geist, right? Like, it's not a good use of your card. I could choose not to play Geist now, potentially, if I had a better play. Because
Job's done.
you don't have the naturalize anymore. You killed a what? A 2-3. It didn't accomplish anything. It's silly. I can conveniently play the ooze now. It's one turn early. Or I could just wait. Is there going to be something I need to remove next turn? So next turn, what he wants to do, right, is he wants to swing at the weapon, get a 1 charge while playing Lich King, which makes it awkward to play the ooze. Unless I just have enough table to challenge Lich King. So let's just table enough to challenge Lich King, then call it good. He can coin... No, he can't coin Spellstone or anything. So yeah, we should be fine here. We can still wait in the news.
Go away!
Might float 3 mana and hold Ooze so that he's not at 10 mana and is at 8 instead, because that's lower than 10. We don't have to use our mana. That's the glory of being a control deck. Tempo does not matter as much. Still semi-relevant. You hit me with the rummaging kobold?
The circle of life is over.
Darkness rises.
That's annoying as hell. Oh, okay.
Go away!
Use both branching paths instead of saving them for the plague, so that's really good for us. We have Twisting Nethers for the threats, so we should be pretty good. There's a giant penis in a chat.
Darkness rises.
Should win. Is it a solo stream today? Seems like a solo stream. I mean, I hang out with people if they want to hang, but
A tangled
I don't know.
web.
I streamed a long time yesterday with everybody. I streamed like 12 hours, so I think a lot of people are burned out. Are they even streaming right now? I think everyone's kind of taking the day off. No, it's Lazon.
Shout out to New Balance, Liverpool Club.
That's Leia, maybe later.
As a
I don't know how long. I wasn't going to stream that long. He's going for top 100 right now. Manly Druid. I was going to end stream a little earlier than usual. Going to trivia tonight. Some Malagos in the field.
Run
rest now.
Crunchy's trivia? Nah, Crunchy's is up in the one that I used to go to is in Lansing. I used to go to Crunchy's trivia. That's pretty fun. Trying a new trivia place around where I'm at, so in Royal Oak. I invited a bunch of my friends to come, and most of them canceled, which was a bummer. So I think there's like 4 of us going now instead of 8. R.I.P. Let's see if Zillet wants to hang out. I messaged him, so... But he seems like he's going pretty try-hard today, so I don't think he's gonna wanna... He's playing like a tier 1 deck at 115. My goal is to make it to top 100 by the end of the stream. We're at 250, so it should be attainable, but it's starting to slip out of reach. We started at around this point.
Mecha Jaraxxus versus Gul'dan.
If he's Zoo, we're in a really good shape.
Shall be mine. You face Mechajaraxxus.
Yeah. I went to trivia a lot of Crunchies when I was up by MSU. Defile and Hellfire against Zoo. Feels good, man. Let's try not to throw this one. This is a gift. Favorable matchup. Where's the giant? No need for the giant. The win condition is the creeping claws of fatigue.
Out of my jungle.
Lich King might do something. Gotta charge these spellstones. Let's hit it. Minions coming out soon are going to be too large for my Hellfire, so it's kind of getting max value there.
It's playtime.
Except for those 2 minions. Thought he was going to go 0.5. Fungly bungly.
Mushroom power.
Working our way towards the Defile. Spellstone can be used to set up that Defile, so I want to go with the Siphon here.
Unleash me.
Okay. Move slightly more power. Sets up for future defile, maybe. He hasn't played any 1-health minions the whole game. I have to imagine somewhere in his hand. He's been playing around defile quite well. Yosik's pretty good. Tournament player. From Asia Pacific, Hong Kong. Got him. I don't need to have additional copies of this. They never play around the 2. You sneak in the Zola and you get them. I think I value the flexibility of the Frostwolf Grunt. We have Big Dumb Idiot already.
Who dares summon me?
Coin Gul'dan got pitched. It's good that he doesn't have Gul'dan anymore. That could have been scary. Could have Spellbreaker in his hand. We had the Frostwolf Godfrey clear there too. Frostwolf's pretty good with Godfrey, huh?
You win this time.
I'm gonna be co-oping a sled guy. He didn't respond, he's still in the same game. He's probably gonna look at his Skype after the game. Maybe you should put Frostwolf Grunt in your deck.
Versus Valera.
Got him.
You face Mechajiraxis!
Isn't it funny that these two end up in the same deck? They're like the same little dude. It's like the young version and the old version. It's literally like a Pokemon evolution right there. Miracle Rogue. Oh, this is Dawn, another Asia Pacific player. I played against this guy in WESG 2015 in China. I think he is the guy that won the whole thing. He beat me in the finals. I won 108,000 and he won like 155,000. He beat me in the finals with mid-range Paladin. I did not expect him to bring that. Caught me really off guard.
You're so sweet.
Didn't know he still played the game. He's a Korean pro.
Welcome to my web.
Give me a key.
Already? See, I told you he was pro. They run sap, which makes the matchup very difficult to win. What rogue deck do I recommend at the moment? I think Odd Rogue is the highest power level rogue deck at the moment. I mean, everything has good and bad matchups. Game's super polarized. This could be a lot of spiders. Got an Edwin.
The Brotherhood shall prevail.
Only a fool rejects the Lich King.
Job's done.
Welcome to my way.
He's played 3 Faldori Striders in 6 turns. He's averaging a half a Faldori Strider a turn, dude. And he played a 10-10 Edwin. Guy is pro. Oh, I would have top decked the Siphon anyway. Gosh darn it. Wow. We're dead. No spiders? It's amazing there's no spiders. There's 8 spiders in there. We got very fortunate not to get spidered. And very unfortunate in the game in general, but very fortunate not to get Spider-Man's there.
Of my jungle.
Halt! Who goes there?
Out of my jungle.
Bare your soul to me.
Well, we got enough draw in that game.
But your world is still doomed!
Nothing we could do that one. Counter Q him. The salty Q back. Drawn to file there. I don't think it would have changed anything, Chief. We had to have perfect draws for the next like 5 turns to win that one. This one's gonna be a lot easier though, because our deck beats his.
I always do.
Heh. Whew, fungly bungly.
None will survive.
Wow. Me and Dawn are actually... Dawn beat me once and I beat him twice, tournament lifetime. Because in that same tournament in WCA 2015, I beat him in the group stage twice. They had this weird round robin group stage, but after group stage, you resubmitted decks for part 2 of the tournament. It's like the group stage was less of a group stage and more of like a qualifier, I guess.
So many options.
I fight.
Welcome to my web.
Backstab 2. Rip a spider, win the game. Could happen. That's why this card's kind of toxic. Oh, this card is good in this matchup. Changes my dagger from half killing everything to full killing everything. And that's just right where you want to be. Next turn we have this combo. It's a fun combo. Double prep and a backstab. The tempo is sick there, man. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here with Baku. I don't want to get blown out by Sap or File Spine, which is what happens if you play Scale Main in this matchup. It's looking like we're still going to lose. We even got the right counter cue, but it's just a tough matchup. Or it's a good matchup, it's just tough the draws there. Double Eviscerate. The best cards of the matchup were probably Prep, Eviscerate, and SI and Feldori Strider and Backstab. Those are the only cards he's played. Yeah, we're dead. Yeah, we're dead. Turn 7, pull 2 spiders, prep eviscerate your guys twice. It's like just too much tempo. Prep eviscerate's really good tempo. He had the sap if we had chose to play Scalebane earlier, so we would have been in even a worse spot if we played the Scalebane. So now I think we played optimally, queued optimally, still lost. We can try and get him again. I don't even know if I want to get him again, though. The guy is on a hot streak for sure. Didn't get him. Got a good matchup though most of the time.
For Doomhammer.
Not bad.
You're back.
Wanna maybe cold blood the Squire?
The light protects me.
Didn't Earthshock it, so we make the soft read that there's no Earthshock in the hand.
Here we go.
Have to trade that. Storm.
I fight.
Not redaggering next turn. I'm playing a 5-drop, so let's not swing. Just kidding. Totally redaggering.
Here we go.
I wonder. I wonder.
Delay said he's playing solo today. He's playing with Delay and trying to climb ranks. Okay. Yeah, I should probably put Delay on if I want to climb to top 100. My goal is to make it to top 100 today. No Delay getting to top 100 is pretty tough. We were pretty close at one point. We were at like low 200s. 180, I think, was peak. Yeah, it Storm's really bad unless my hand is Fungalmancer, Biospine, Biospine.
Here we go.
You know? It's got the read. Even with offline mode? Currently I'm on online mode, but yeah, offline mode doesn't change anything. When you get stream sniped, they actively try and queue into you. So they watch your stream, wait for you to start queuing, and then queue. So if it shows your opponent, and they're already watching your stream, they kind of know. So offline mode doesn't change anything really. Offline mode just stops like after you already versing them, they can log into your stream afterwards. But that doesn't upset me. You can watch my stream just as long as it's not a 0-10 matchup, I'm pretty okay. So this matchup I'm pretty happy with. I think we win this majority of the time, regardless of if he snipes or not. I don't care about snipers, I care about... Or I guess that's ghosting. Ghosting sniping, I don't know. I don't like it when I get matchups queued into me that are not typical of the meta. On purpose to try and guarantee wins. But if they want to look at my cards, that's fine. If anything, I should expect them to play perfectly if I want to win. Hold myself to the highest of standards, you know what I mean? But
How long can this go on? How long can this go on?
this is bad.
Choose soon. I wonder.
We're not winning this if this goes on for much longer. He pretty much knows I either have Leroy Baku or Fungal Mancer.
I will show you fear.
Holy God, can I draw much worse? We might get there still.
Here we go.
It's definitely a cheek clencher. Goddamn Baku. Second healing ray. Ooh.
Here we go.
It's a really good matchup for us. It's hard to lose that matchup. So, you're happy when you see that matchup for sure. There's a lot of Shudderwalk Shaman today too, so I think this is a good cue for the day.
Valera versus Valera.
Watch your back. I always do.
Deckhand's not good enough, right? How did I know last guy was sniping? He roped like every single turn, played really weird, and was in the viewers list. So I think, you know, one of those things is maybe passable. A lot of people are watching a stream and then accidentally queue into you and then just like all tab when they're playing the game or whatever. So like one of those strikes is okay. Two of those strikes is pretty fishy. And when you have all three of those strikes, it's probably like, alright, it's pretty likely.
Here we go. The light protects me. The light protects me.
Ooh. Gnarly. Nice daggering next turn. So it's not that bad for me, but it's not good. Holy smokes. GG. Our win condition is outvaluing him now.
Reality breaks.
Because we're not going to win on board control / tempo, because he's killing that minion for free, then this minion for free, and his 2 Urgent Squires. So, his fungal is going to be ferocious. Do I have a card reel for Boomstay? I do not have a card reel for Boomstay. I haven't gotten a card reveal in, I think, 3 sets. It's rough. So I guess Omni counts as mine now.
Here we go.
Job's done.
This guy's toast.
Got a card from the mulligan. It's Baku Leroy. Maybe he's baiting the fungal. Or baiting the Valspine so then he can fungal. We don't need to Valspine yet. Let's try and force the fungal, maybe?
Here we go.
We're dead if he has fungal. What am I talking about? We can't beat fungal. We need his card to be Baku for us to win. Then we need the spine for Baku. Nah. It's double deadly. 4 1-drops cold blood is really good in the mirror. Yeah, our opening couldn't beat his. I think we mulliganed correctly, played correctly, but it's the aggro mirrors nowadays are a lot like that. Okay.
Malfurion versus Thrall.
Maybe we should have just stayed Rogue, man. Rogue's turning up a lot of favorables today.
Protect the wild.
Druid's not bad against Shaman.
Truth is found in death.
For the wild.
How does Token Druid fare in this meta? Token Druid fares pretty well.
I wonder.
It's a lot better in this matchup And this matchup's really common. It's a lot better against Rogue, and Rogue's really common. Token Druid might just be the best variant of Druid right now. It's got a couple hard counters that you have to watch out for. But other than that, it should be really strong. I saw something at like 50 with Token Druid when I was in top 100 with the Warlock.
Let the pain speak to me.
For the wild.
I have to kill it. Could have mailed him a card with the Moonfire, huh? But I think not killing it's a mistake, because he's just going to be able to farm draws like this anyway. And I want to go for 1/5 so that I can play Lich King against Volcano easier. Wow. If I have Naturalizes, I have a really high % chance of mailing an important card and instantly winning the game. I don't have any Naturalizes though. It's risky against Druid. Play that with such a full hand. Gotta find Alex Trassa. Right, he's got really low odds of having the healing, so if we can just get to Alex, maybe we can make something happen. He's got a lot of hand size issues with his Mana Tide in play, so keeping that in play sounds decent. Not brilliant, because, you know, all of his cards are pretty high value when he draws them, but we're gonna need him to overdraw something here and make it so it's hard for him to do all the stuff he wants to do. We're shacking both of those for hand space, and so you can also suicide that off, huh? That's not good. Wow, he had so many cheap cards to get rid of there. It's actually kind of sick. No Alex yet, but with Alex we have 15 burst. And these Naturalizes have been lit the whole game to mill something important. It's important to remove these so you can't crumble them. I don't really care as much if he crumbles this. Just want to lower the consistency of him getting the shutter. So eventually Naturalize is just going to be burst damage. So we gotta Alex him and then burst him with Naturalizes. Twig's looking like it probably doesn't have enough time to make it happen. Need Alex. And Naturalize.
web.
Okay. He's got it all. It's pretty tough for it to break. Because he can always just replay the Grumboard. So we're dead. And drew the nuts, man. Caliseth on 2. Into Manatide. Got the Hammett early. It's like a lot of games in a row where it felt like no matter what I did, I was gonna lose. It sucks. We're dead.
Jaws that bite, my claws that catch.
Just played 2 Life Drinkers, so just playing 2 Shutterwalks kills me.
You win. I can rest now.
Yeah, matchup's not that bad, but we didn't have a particularly strong draw. No nourishes. Need a really, really good draw. I mean, that deck is a really, really good draw. It doesn't really lose to anything.
Malfurion versus Thrall.
Nah, the run back, man. This time we'll get him.
I must protect.
Not with this hand. But I'm feeling more confident already. Because on average, he's going to be just weaker than he was last game. Easy.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, it feels bad, but what are you gonna do?
Let the pain speak to me.
Where's my mana ramp? Druid with no ramp. Seems fair. That's not what we want. That's a bold play. Ah, man. went from 8, 9, 7 drop to all removal, no ramp. Back to 8 and 7 drops again.
None shall.
And we get hit by tech cards. There's no breaks.
The circle of life is over. None shall rise.
Mill 1 card, but guess that's good enough. Honestly, I thought I had 9 mana. I was gonna play Toggle Waggle. I do not have 9 mana. So weird not hitting mana ramp, dude. Could've gained 1 more armor, dude. Missed 1 armor. Got him. Got the glacial shard.
We be taking this now. It's Cobalt Way.
Blight and rot.
Just slowing him down a little bit. Yeah. I mean, because each draw is a chance for him to get Shudderwalk, so... Oh wow, he hit Wild Growth so he could get a draw still. Damn. That's rough. He gets a card draw. We didn't even deny the card draw because he hit a Wild Growth. I think our highest chance of winning is hoping that he doesn't have... we didn't get Alex, we didn't get any Wild Growths, we didn't get any Nourishes before 10 mana. Brutal.
I'm almost out of cards.
My hope now is that he got rid of the other Hex. Maybe. It's pretty likely a second Hex, but I don't see a lot of other ways we can possibly win at this point. We need his Shudderwalk to bug. He has infinite time to wait for it. My hand is just clunky garbage. Because now I'm getting all my mana ramp that I didn't get early.
A tangled web.
Alright, it's like 5 games in a row. I felt like I couldn't play the game.
I can rest.
5 games in a row, it feels like I couldn't actually do anything. Not because he was playing Shudderwalk Shaman, but just because my decks just kept drawing like junk. Playing T1 ladder decks and getting either nut drawn or drawing garbage. Meh. I'm definitely on, what's it called? A bad streak. Could have won. I had like 4% chance to win or whatever if his Shudderwalk bugs, right? His Shudderwalk doesn't hit the regain, but I wasn't gonna sit around and wait for him to empty his entire hand and then play Shudderwalk. It's just 15 turns of misery. It's really boring. Alright, I think I want to take a break of Hearthstone right now. I haven't been able to get a game that was super fun today yet. In the beginning there was a couple of them, but just so when you get 5 in a row that are just not fun at all, then I think it's time for a break. But anyway, thanks everybody for tuning in. I said today was going to be a short stream. Yesterday I streamed 12 hours, and I'm just getting a little burned out of playing repeatedly, I guess. So, I'm going to host Delay. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Go check him out. He's going to be try-harding with some delay. So maybe you'll learn something, man. Anyway, I will be back tomorrow. Peace out.